going to do a gentle warm up for the hip area and some core strengthening while we're there. And today it's going to stretch all through the back of the legs. So let's start. We're going to come all the way down onto our mat straight away, lying down comfortably. I'm going to start with the arms out to the side, breathing in gently. My feet are together, by the way. Gently twisting those knees to the right. This helps with the lower back too. Then breathing in, bring them back to the center. Take them the other way. Gentle twist. Breathe in back. So you have to engage your tummy to do that as you bring them back. Don't jerk. Just allow that smoothness to come back, and the tummy engages to bring the legs back. The shoulder blades stay connected to the floor. A few more each way, just to really start warming up through that lower back, starting to move our hips and feel where our body's at today. Let's do one more each way. So always being a little bit mindful in our movements so that we don't hurt ourselves. And back to the center. Okay, we're now going to hug that right knee into the chest. Squeeze it in. And I want you to take it out wide actually. Let's see if we can take hold behind the knee and pull it to the outside of, like under your right armpit. Both hands are on it. You can flatten your back. Make sure your neck is not arching up. Really tuck that chin. Now some of you can reach up and grab your ankle and pull down. And some of you might be flexible enough to actually grab the outside edge of your foot and pull that knee down. So you're squeezing into that right hip. Really pulling down to squeeze that right hip. Starting to get a stretch through the back of the leg. And pull your tailbone down. That's it. So we're squeezing the artery in the joint here, as well as all the lymph nodes and everything. And then we're going to slowly see if we can take that leg out to the side a little bit. Just out to the side. I've got my knee quite bent, but I'm opening that leg out to the side. I've just got my right hand on the leg. Put your left hand on your left thigh to try and keep that left hip down. One more big breath. And then bring that leg over. Now you're going to cross it over the other leg, just relaxed, in a nice relaxed way. And you're going into a twist. So you're twisting those knees over to the left. The arms can go back out to the side. And turning the head to the right, opposite way to the knees. So it's quite a stronger twist now. And you'll also be feeling it in that outside edge of the buttock. I know I am, and into that lower back area. So breathe with that for a couple more breaths. Now slowly draw your tummy muscles on to bring those legs back and release that leg down. Straighten out your body if it's a little bit skewish, and take that left knee to the outside, to the armpit. So hugging the left knee or behind the left knee is best. And really pull it to the outside of your body. So it's not actually onto your chest, it's to the outside of the body near the armpit. Some of you, as I mentioned before, you can reach up to your ankle or the top of your foot if you've got that flexibility. Really pulling the back of the hips down. That's it, and the tail. Breathing here. So it's kind of a real flattening out of your back. It's quite a nice lengthening motion through the whole back body. 2 more breaths. Then we're going to leave the left hand on the leg, the right hand can release, and really pull that foot out to the side. So you kind of open the hip joint in a different way now. But try and keep this right hip down because it wants to lift off the ground. Push it down. That's it. Couple more breaths here. And release and cross that left leg over the right, arms out to the side, and twist over to the right with the knees. Head to the left. Feeling the body here as you breathe. Trying to keep those shoulder blades connected to the floor. One more breath. And slowly coming back and releasing those legs down to the floor. Beautiful. All right, bring the feet together and we're going to open the knees wide. The arms are out to the side again. And we might actually roll over. So we're here open. Now we're going to lift the left knee and the left arm and roll over onto your right side. So the knees come together, they're bent, and the palms come together. So we're going to inhale and open up that left arm and twist. Look over that left shoulder, twist, and exhale and bring it back. Do that again. Inhale and open. Keep the knees together. So this opens the upper body here. One more. Inhale and open. The knees stay together. And exhale, bring it back. Now you can change the position of the underside arm. If you're uncomfortable with your head like that, bring your arm underneath your head. And we're going to open and close that top knee now into a clam movement. So this really strengthens the buttock, and this helps to strengthen into the lower back as well, and the whole hip area. Just doing a gentle movement here. I've got my feet together as I open and close that top knee, getting that functioning, strengthening around the hip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lifting your feet and open and close that top knee again. Have a little squeeze of the heels, and that'll activate the leg muscles a little more and get a little more action happening right through. This is all to help stabilize the pelvis, but also strengthen those hips. So we're opening our hips, but we're also wanting to strengthen. We want to create a balance in our muscle structure of strength and stretch. Another 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Popping those feet down. Let's open out that left arm again. Open the knee and come right back onto your back again. Arms out and the knees are open. Just feeling those hips now. Notice if the left one feels any different to the right. And then we're going to roll over onto the other side. So we're going to lift our right knee and our right arm and roll right over onto your left side. And I'll swivel around so that you can see me a bit better. So we've got palm on palm and knees bent. Starting with the upper arm, the right arm first, and open it out. And exhale and bring it back. And again, we're doing 2 more of these. Inhale and open, so you get that lovely twist. Keeping the knees together on this one. And one more time. Inhale and open. And exhale and back. Now we're working with the legs, so adjusting your posture if you need to have your head resting on your arm. And the clam, we call this the clam. We're opening and closing that knee, keeping the toes or the feet a little together. That's it. And this top hip stays steady, so you don't roll back to lift the leg. You stay nice and steady, and the knees come right back together each time, nice and even. It really encourages the smaller muscles around that buttock and hip to get stronger and to work. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift the feet, squeeze those heels a bit and open and close the knee again. We're keeping that squeeze on to get this underside leg active as well. That's it. You're feeling it in that buttock maybe. We'll do a few more and you will. Let's do another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, we're feeling that. And coming back, we're going to open out this right arm and open right back and out into our really open sort of yoga Baddha Konasana pose. So soles of the feet are together, knees fallen open. And your back is on the ground, your shoulder blades. So notice if your knees open a little further now after that exercise that we've just done. So believe it or not, you've strengthened, but you've also opened that hip area. So let's do one more stretch today, bringing the knees back up. We're going to take that right foot onto the left knee and we're going to reach down. Now some of you might need to just grab foot and knee and pull it in. Otherwise you can reach through and grab that left thigh or that left shin if you've got that flexibility. But don't let the back of the neck curve up. Keep that length, keep the shoulder blades down, and keep that nice flattening of the whole back on the ground. Now this is where you'll feel this in the right hip. We're giving it a really good stretch out, and it goes into the lower back as well. So taking whichever version of this stretch is okay for your body, because you don't want to go into sort of over-compromise and, you know, do detrimental damage. You want to be able to cope with the stretch. So a few more breaths. And we're going to now take that right leg up into a hamstring stretch, I call it. So I'm pulling that leg in. So now I've got the back of the leg's relatively straight, and I'm pulling that in. But once again, keeping my tailbone or my bottom pulling downward to the floor, and the nice flatness through the whole back. It's broad and flat, lengthened. So this is another great stretch for the legs, the back, and into the hip. 3 more breaths. And releasing that leg down, and let's swap over. So taking the left foot onto the right knee and either grabbing hold of the left foot and knee or doing whichever version suits you, and call this like a thread the needle. So I'm bringing that right knee in now, and I'm getting that great stretch into my left buttock and hip. Breathing here. So I'm teaching live classes on Thursdays at the moment in strength and stretch and in yoga. You're welcome to join me online anytime. You can email me. The email's on the screen at the end of the class. And I have recorded full hour classes to do in strengthening all body areas. If you would like, just email me for those as well. 2 more breaths. And let's take it up into that hamstring stretch now. Pulling that leg up, straightening it out a bit. That's it, really feeling it. You might notice the other leg was easier or more challenging. Just feel what side of your body needs it. A bit more. 3 more breaths. Really pull it in on the exhalation, give it a good stretch. And releasing down. Whew. Try that little opening again with the knees like we began. And breathing here. And have a little relaxation here and really feel those hips. Hopefully they're a lot more engaged and open and energized. And thanks for joining me in that short sequence today.